What's going on, fam? It's your girl Yoga by Biola here with a new YouTube video. Before we get into today's yoga practice, if you are new here, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. Would love to have you join our community and continue to guide you on your yoga journey, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give your girl a like as well. Now today's video is going to be a yoga video for neck and shoulder release. So many of us are working from home, hunched over, and so this is going to be something that you can incorporate throughout your day, morning, midday, or evening, just to help you lengthen out the shoulders, open up the chest a little bit, and stretch out the sides of the neck. All you're going to need today for your practice is a chair, which we all have at home, and we'll go ahead and get right into it. Welcome back, fam. We are going to start in a Sukhasana cross-legged position, as I am here. What tends to happen for me is if I'm feeling a little bit hunched over in the shoulders, sitting with something underneath my hip that gives me a little elevation, helps me sit a little bit taller, helps me to activate through my belly and lift my shoulders a little bit more comfortably. So you'll notice I'm sitting on a little meditation pillow here, like so, and that will just help you to avoid slouching over. You can use a block. You can also use a pillow that you have at home just lying around, or you can just even roll up a towel or a blanket and sit on that. Those will all suffice. So once you come into a comfortable seated position, just take a moment to relax in the body. Just take a deep inhale and draw your shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, roll them straight down. We're going to immediately draw the hands high. And then exhale, we're going to cactus the arms, open up the chest. 2 more of those. Deep inhale, hands come high. Exhale, cactus the arms, open up the chest. You got 1 more. Deep inhale, hands come high. Exhale, cactus the arms, open up the chest. This time we're going to drape the hands all the way back behind you. Root the tips of the fingers into the earth. And draw your heart forward. Head and neck lift up to the heavens. What we want to do here is open up the chest cavity a little bit. If our shoulders are rolling forward, it means that our chest muscles, our pectoral muscles are shortened. So we're actually lengthening them, opening them up a little bit so that we can reduce the shoulders kind of drawing and hunching forward here, create more space in the front of the heart. And then slowly draw the chin to the chest. And draw your head over your hips. We're just going to slowly draw the hands up and over the head, and just come to a very general stretch here throughout the back sides of the forearms and the trap muscles. So just draw the right hand to the back of the heart, and the left hand just grabs the right elbow. So we're just going to start to lengthen out the muscles along the back side of the forearm here, and you want to draw your heart forward and just lengthen out through the chest. Feel that stretched through your tricep and maybe along the back side of the heart as well as the front of the heart. This is really a great pose to do, a stretch to do when you're sitting at your desk as well. Any of these can really be done at a desk, except for once we start to lay on the floor here. 1 more breath here. Notice if that right shoulder is hiking up, try to relax it. And then we're going to slowly draw both arms wide like a T. Your right hand is going to actually come behind you with the palm open face, and the left hand is going to come over the head. It's okay if the hands don't come to meet. My hands on the right side don't come to meet on this in this pose on this side, and that's fine. What we want to do is to stretch the front of this right shoulder and stretch the inside of this left armpit. So it's okay if the hands don't come to meet. Invite your elbows back as if they're coming to meet each other. So push the elbows back and draw your chest forward. Almost draw your head into the left hand and forearm to really feel that stretch underneath the armpit. And then release, inhale, both arms open wide like a T, and we'll switch sides. So the right hand is going to come to the back side of the heart, and the opposite hand is going to grab, wait, I think I did this side already, y'all. Sorry. Left hand is going to come to the back side of the heart, and then the right hand grabs the left elbow. So we're doing the opposite side. Getting into the traps, I'm going to draw my heart forward, and I'm going to almost push my head, gently push my head into my left forearm here to really encourage that stretch in my left tricep. So I'm not bowing my head forward, I'm actually pushing my head back a little bit. That actually feels so lovely in my left shoulder, because she is so tight, y'all. She is tight. Then I'm going to open my arms wide like a T. And this time, right hand comes behind you. Whoops, opposite side again. Sorry, y'all. Left hand comes behind you. Right hand comes up and over. So we're doing the opposite side. My bad on the directives. Once again, the hands don't have to come together. I can actually draw my hands together on this side. The opposite side, I don't have enough range of motion in my right shoulder because of a previous injury. And if that's the case, you still get the benefits of the stretch, even if your hands don't come to meet, so don't force them. If you do want to begin to draw the hands to come to meet in that full Gomukhasana variation, you can grab a sock in between the hands and inch your fingers together. Now same thing, you want to push the head into the forearms so you can really avoid hunching the chin forward. And you want to draw the elbows back, and you're going to feel that stretch throughout the shoulders. So what we want to really focus on when it comes to tightness in the neck, tightness in the shoulders that's drawing you forward, is we want to really focus on opening up the chest. Right, so those muscles, like I said, the pectoral muscles are shortened, so we want to open that area, increasing range of motion in the shoulders, and lengthening the range of motion through the neck, because those muscles are shortened as well, particularly in the front. When we hunch over, the chin comes forward, the muscles in the front of the neck shorten, and the ones on the back side of the neck lengthen, so we want to stretch out the front of the neck as well. Slowly release the hands. Take your time here, especially if you have sticky shoulders like me. Come back up into a T and hands come high. Just grab opposite elbows here. Push the heart forward. Oof, oof. My shoulders. So sticky. Push the forearms back, peek the head through the window of the forearms, and then exhale, release. Slowly relax here. Let's move into the neck. So we're going to draw the left hand on the earth and extend the left ear to the left shoulder. Right hand's going to come high, and then it's going to rainbow out to the right. It can come onto your chair, but if you want a deeper stretch, you want the hand to get a little bit lower, and you don't want the hand to come to the earth, but you want to instead extend your fingertips out to the right to stretch the right side of the neck. Try to micro bend your left elbow, like so, and draw it in, so laterally rotate it into the body, like so. And that's going to help you to relax your left shoulder. So see, when I keep it up here, my left shoulder is always on, so I want to try to train it to relax by bending the elbow into the body, and it just really helps me to relax that left ear to the shoulder as opposed to drawing my shoulder to the ear, and I just deepen the stretch on the right side of my neck. Extend the fingertips out, out, out. Don't push into this pose. So I see people push their head to the side, and you don't need to do that because gravity is already stretching the scalenes alongside the neck, and you don't need that additional force because these muscles, the little scalenes around the neck, they're already so sensitive. They're very strong, but they're sensitive. So we don't need to push into it. We don't need to add force to get the body to move a certain way. Instead, we can give grace. So keep extending the hands out, and you can play with, if I draw my fingers forward closer to my knees, I feel the stretch more on the front side of my neck versus if I draw it midline or I draw it back, it changes where I'm feeling the stretch. So you can play with that positioning while also changing the variation of the pose through the neck. So maybe dropping my chin to my chest. That definitely changes the position of the stretch. And it kind of moves to the back side of my neck a little bit more, which I love. If you're right-handed, you're going to feel this on the right side a lot more. And then I'm just rotating and almost rocking here so that I can experience the stretch throughout all of the different muscles in my neck. Once again, you can do any of the poses we've done so far can be done sitting at a desk. I'm going to rock my chin to my chest and slowly draw my head up. Oh, that feels so good. I'm going to root my right hand into the earth. Left hand is going to rainbow up to the heavens. And then I'm going to extend it out to the left. I'm going to relax my right shoulder by bending my right elbow into the body, and then my right ear comes towards my right shoulder. I'm going to keep extending out my left fingertips to find my sweet spot. Maybe drawing my hands closer to the earth, but not drawing my fingers to meet the earth. And if you're sitting on any type of elevation like a pillow or rolled up blankets, it's going to probably be harder to draw your hands to the earth as well, but it'll help the stretch. And we'll just start out by staying in one position, inviting the stretch into the body. Whew. Feel that on this left side. And then slowly begin to draw your chin to your chest, or the back of the skull comes to the top of the spine. Try to relax your mouth and your jaw. That also will tighten up the muscles in the neck as well. So if you are kind of have a locked jaw or you are holding tension in the mouth, just start to relax the face and the mouth. I'm not left-handed, but I'm surprised at how tight this side is. So just noticing. If you tend to find that you have asthma or any shortness of breath, these stretches are really going to just help open up the chest. So let's inhale, draw the chin. Well, they're going to help open up the chest, but they're also just going to help to increase your breath capacity. Draw the chin to the chest, head comes up, float the shoulders back midline, hands come high. Exhale, let's cactus the arms once again, drape the hands straight back behind you, draw the heart forward, head and neck come back. And chin to the chest, hands come to the knees. Let's slowly come onto hands and knees in front of our chair. Move your pillow to the side. If you're sitting on one, you're going to rest your elbows onto your chair and make sure your hips are directly over the knees. So this is a common puppy dog variation, but the chair actually lifts the upper body and it just creates a deeper stretch in the chest and the shoulders. This is phenomenal if you tend to slouch or roll forward. This is going to just completely open up the shoulder girdle. Make sure your shoulders, or your elbows rather, are about hip width distance. Palms come to prayer. Descend the heart in between the forearms. We're going to be here for 5 deep rounds of breath. And you can keep your hands in prayer, or I like to draw the hands to the back sides of my elbows. If you tend to find that that's a little too deep, you can keep the hands at prayer because that'll control the stretch. So you're only going as deep as feels comfortable. And we're stretching the sides of the body, the muscles attached to the ribs in the front of the ribs, the sides of the ribs, and the back of the heart. And we just really want the heart to descend towards the earth, to open up those pec muscles, to open up the chest, to open up our heart chakra. Another option you can do this with is you can do this on a table. You want to make sure your hips are right over your knees though. And you also want to make sure that it's almost the tips of your elbows are on your chair or your table, whatever variation you're using. So that you have the space you need to drop the heart through the forearms. We have 4 more breaths here, y'all. And just noticing what you feel dropping into your breathing here. Enjoying the sensations you're feeling through the sensory body. So it is a deep stretch. Yes, they're all deep stretches. But beginning to find that bliss, that samadhi in the pose, the bliss of it, the nectar of it. And 2 more breaths here, y'all. Final breath. Slowly draw your head through your forearms, lengthen out the hands, and then push the hands into your chair to lift yourself up. So good. Go ahead and come to the opposite side. Come onto the opposite side and come onto your belly. Arms are going to open wide like a T. You're going to keep this right hand out like a T and come onto your right ear. Slowly draw your left hand. Well, let me do the opposite side first. Well, I want you guys to see me. So draw your left hand into the body and roll onto your right side. You're going to stack your left hip on top of the right. Keep that right hand plugged into the earth. And keep your left hand rooted in front of your chest as an anchor. Option to stay here and just keep opening up the front of the shoulder and the chest. Or if you want to, you can begin to kickstand your left knee behind you. Making sure the knee is not buckling in. You want to keep the knee on top of the foot. Option to stay here with the left hand rooted in front of the chest as an anchor. Option 3 would be to draw the hands to the heavens, or maybe reaching back to grab a hold of that right hand if you have that range of motion. Find what feels safe. I'm going to keep my left hand up to the heavens, and I'll be here for a few rounds of breath with y'all. into the earth if you lifted it to the heavens, and come onto the tummy. Draw your left ear to the earth here. To switch sides. Left hand extends out, and then let's drag the right hand in and stack our right hip on top of the left. And just start to lean into sensation here and decide what feels good. Maybe kickstanding that right foot behind you and keeping that knee right on top of the foot. Now, just noticing how it feels, because every side is different. For me, it's interesting that I'm feeling the stretch in my hip, but I'm also feeling it really deep in this left arm. Now, something I forgot to tell you is if this is too uncomfortable, instead of extending the arm, I don't want you to extend the arm over the head. I want you to draw the hand down towards the glute so that it's not a direct 90-degree angle, and that will kind of take some of the excessive sensation out of it the more you draw your hand, the hand that's extended, towards your booty. Now, option to stay here. I'm feeling this pretty deep on this side of the chest. If you'd like, you can extend the right hand up or extend it back behind you. If you can grab hold of the hand, if you have that range of motion, find what feels good for you. We're going to hold here together for a few rounds of breath. You might feel a little tingling in your fingers. I know I do. That's just your nerves, just because of the position of the stretch. If it feels unsafe, then definitely come out. It's also the position of the stretch because it's slightly constricting blood flow. So once we come back into our normal position, you'll see that release. 2 more breaths. Exhale, let's root the right hand in front of us. I don't know about you, y'all, that feels phenomenal. My shoulders are always so sticky. Come on to your tummy. And this time, draw your chin to the mat. Hands come outside to the chest. Root the fronts of the feet into the mat and draw the feet together and inhale. Drag your shoulders back and lift from your belly, tips of the fingers, but you have little to no weight in the hands. Lift the heart and the head. Exhale, chin kisses the mat. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, child's pose. Arms extend. Third eye kisses the mat. For a moment, just let everything neutralize here. Deep inhale through the nostrils. Exhale out of the mouth, HA. Let's make our way back into our seated position, either sitting on a pillow, a blanket, a rolled up towel, whatever feels good for you, for our final resting posture. Now, if you'd like to close your practice laying down on your back, you can also do that in Shavasana. I'm going to kind of stay seated, but find what feels good for you. Feel free to close the eyes here. You can keep them open if that feels safe. And just take a moment to be here with me for a few rounds of breath. all of the muscle fibers that you just expanded into throughout the body here. Take a deep inhale with me through the nostrils. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale out of the nostrils. Inhale through the nostrils. Hold that breath at the top. Exhale out of the nostrils. Two more with me. Deep inhale through the nostrils. Hold that breath at the top. Let it create space through the vertebra. Exhale out of the nostrils. One more deep inhale. Exhale out of the nose. Continuing to find a grounding, gentle breath here, in and out of the nose, keeping the breath long. If you are in Shavasana, lying on your back, I invite you to slowly make your way up to a seated position. As we move into our closing. I invite you to close your practice with whatever hand mudra feels intuitive to you and showcases gratitude for our practice today. Traditionally, palms are drawn at heart center, or you can find an infinity mudra with thumb and index finger together, like myself, and representation of your relationship with sovereign spirit. Take a deep inhale through the nose once again. This time, exhale out of the mouth, HA. We'll each repeat one time. I've done my best. I leave the rest. Namaste, fam. Namaste, fam. I hope this practice felt good for you in your body. If it did, go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to join the family. One big announcement before we go: I am hosting a 200-hour virtual yoga teacher training, a service-based, integrative 200-hour yoga teacher training with some other POC practitioners. It's going to be phenomenal. If you are looking to become a 200-hour certified yoga instructor, a mindful, highly skilled yoga instructor, and are wanting to learn the practice of yoga as it encompasses the multidisciplinary practice, not just the asana or the physical postures, then click the link in the description box to learn more and to apply. I encourage you to continue to be well, practicing yoga on and off of the mat, and I'll see y'all real soon. Bye.